Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, your favorite tarot reader, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what do people say about you after you leave the room. I'll try to be as accurate as I can, but it is a bit tricky when reading for the collective. If you want something more personal, you can always check in with the psychic for a more in-depth description. Speaking of which, I tried a clairvoyant from Psychic Source, and yes, they're sponsoring today's video. Thank you, Psychic Source. I got matched with a clairvoyant through their site, and honestly, I wasn't expecting her to be that accurate. I gave her no personal info, just asked about my future love life, and somehow she instantly picked up that I'm already in a relationship. She literally said, "Why are you asking about the future without mentioning him?" I was literally speechless, but then I remembered that's kind of what I do too. Still a shocking experience to be on the receiving end of it. She described my future partner as someone who makes me really happy, with great communication and a bond that can handle anything. But the part that really stuck with me, she said she saw my future husband giving me purple flowers. A few weeks later, nothing happened, so I kind of forgot about it. Then we saw a tattoo promo on Instagram. My boyfriend sent me his ideas so I can book, and boom, a purple flower. Not a bouquet, but I'm definitely taking that as a sign. You can chat with gifted advisors however you're most comfortable, phone, video, or even text. Setting up my account on their website was super easy, and they have this quick little quiz that helps you find a psychic based on what you're looking for, whether it's love, past lives, energy readings, whatever. It made the whole process really personal and intentional. What sets them apart is the level of care and integrity. Only 2% of their applicants actually become advisors, so you know you're speaking to someone who's truly gifted and held to high ethical standards. And they back everything up with a no risk guarantee. If you're not happy with your last paid reading, it's free. For a limited time, you can use my code Siren at psychicsource.com when checking out, or you can just click the link in my description box below at trypsychicsource.com/siren. You'll get up to 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. That's up to a $240 value. You don't have to use it all in one session. You can spread those minutes out across multiple advisors to see who you truly resonate with. They also donate 1% of your purchase to charity at no extra cost to you. Oh, and yes, I do get paid for this promo, so when you sign up with Psychic Source, you're feeding a perpetually hungry, slightly dramatic psychic, that'd be me, and funding my next impulsive crystal purchase. As you can see, the channel needs some new crystals, but that's all for now. Thank you again to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. So getting back to your pile selection, for pile 1, we have Blue Apatite with Opening Heart. Then for pile 2, we have the Shell with Sacred Breath and Sound. And for pile 3, we have Rose Quartz with Hostilities Reverse. So you can either pick the pile based off your zodiac sign, and these zodiac signs are in the thumbnail, or you can pick the pile you're most drawn to. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, then I'll see you at your reading. Hi pile 1, if you chose the Blue Apatite Crystal in the Opening Heart card with Deep Connections and Water Blessings, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what do people say about you after you leave the room. So we're going to start out with oracle cards, then we will take a look at tarot after. So please note that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you want to know about like a specific group of people, you can keep them in mind while I shuffle. Otherwise, we'll just see people in general like when you leave the room. Okay, so Spirit guides of pile 1, please tap me into the energy of my pile 1s and what people say after they leave the room. So I'm just going to take the first 3 cards here. We have Hidden Knowledge in reverse with Akashic Record, Silent Understanding. Then we have healing the heart with the power of self-love. And we have wings of light with becoming something new. So when you leave the room, I do see that most people do end up saying that they like you and that they want to reach out to you again or hang out with you again. There's almost something about like feeling like they had a deep connection with you, even if it was just the first meeting. And if it's like you going to friends, they talk about the deep connection they have with you, how much they love you, how blessed they are to have you in their life. There's a lot of positive talk here coming from majority of the people when you leave the room. However, there may be one or two people that have like a negative energy towards you or speak behind your back negatively. However, since most people do like you, they may have a bad reaction from the other people that do like you. And they may have to talk amongst people that share the same dislike for you because they know the other person will probably defend you. So that's what I see right off the bat. I'll see what I get about that. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I'll see as I go along. I just feel that energy from like one or two people. A lot of people say that you're mysterious, that they don't know that much about you, and they want to kind of get to know you more. I see some people maybe like stalking your social media right after you leave the room, trying to get information on you, or asking other people questions about you, trying to get information on you. These would be people that don't know you that well. I do feel that some people kind of feel inferior next to you. They don't feel smart next to you. Or they just feel inferior. If it's not feeling smart, it's just feeling inferior next to you. And maybe they speak out of insecurity when you leave the room. And that could look different depending on the person. I am getting that you are very protected from your own ancestors. So if people were to speak negatively about you, spread rumors about you, they would get karma very quickly. Because I saw your ancestors protecting you in the beginning of the reading, and as I tap in clairvoyantly, I'm seeing the Ankh, which to me is a symbol of protection as well. There's something about people saying you smell good. They're wondering what you're wearing, like what perfume you're wearing. People also tend to say that you seem to love yourself a lot. You seem to be this emotional person that is deep, yet also people say that you seem kind of like open in a way, vulnerable in a way, like the type of person that's just so lovable. There's also something about some people saying that you're hot and that you seem like a romantic person. They could possibly also talk about your love life or other connections that you may have or have had in the past. They talk about how you have changed over time, either to do with the physical look or your internal changes or how your life has changed with becoming something new. People tend to talk about you seeming like a very calm person, like the type of person that doesn't get angry easily. But people also, when they find you hot, it's like they're too scared to say how sexually attracted they are to you because they're respecting you so much that they're like scared to say the wrong thing. People say that you've been through a lot and that you're strong, and you always seem to like rise above it, and it's like nothing truly gets you down for long in some way. You also seem like this go with the flow, chill type of person that people like. People may have also spoken about like exes of yours or ex-friends of yours, connections you have let go of. Some people say that you're gatekeeping a little, like maybe they ask you what outfit you're wearing or where you got this knowledge from or what perfume you're wearing. Like I said before, maybe you don't answer the question. There's something about someone saying you're gatekeeping knowledge. Maybe even like how you became successful, how you got something, where you got something from. Some may say that you're withholding information about yourself, and some may say that you're private. There's something about people talking about how white your teeth are, and about how wishes of yours somehow came true. I see people from school talking about you, like people you went to school with, or if you're still in school, maybe that's the case. I see them talking about how you're the soft person and how you've like improved your finances. People almost just see it as like you have the kind of life they want. Some people are envious of the life that you have, or how like certain wishes or dreams came true for you or are starting to come true. Or if they haven't come true yet, maybe they can see your potential. They can see you like actually achieving your dreams and wishes. And some people feel insecure about that. Some people are celebrating it. So what do people say about pile one after they leave the room? Someone is talking about their desire for you in a more sensual way. So we have the Two of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Eight of Swords reverse. I keep hearing hot in my mind. So people keep talking about like your appearance and how hot they find you. I guess that would be people that like are interested in you romantically or sensually. The people talking about how you changed seem to be stuck in the same place, wanting change, but they don't know how to create that for themselves. And some are possibly bitter about that, whereas some kind of like silently clap for you, but are kind of sad because maybe they want that for themselves too, but they just don't know how to change things in their life or in themselves. There's something about like self-reflecting as a result of that, as a result of seeing how much you transformed, and they start to self-reflect. But some people start to, and then they kind of turn away from the self-reflection and they don't want to look at themselves or take responsibility or anything like that, where it's almost like they keep themselves stuck in the same cycle willingly because they don't want to face themselves. But yeah, I feel like you have people talking about how you've changed, and most of those people are people that have not changed themselves and are staying stuck at the same place. What I do feel in one particular energy with this, not everybody's speaking like this, but there's one group of energy that is speaking like this, where it's almost like they're saying you've changed and they're making it a bad thing. It's almost like they were comfortable with the previous version of you, that they're bitter about you changing. Okay, that's the general energy I see. It's almost like, oh, you think you're too good for us now. You think you're too good to hang out with us now. You think you're better than us now. Some people are speaking in that way. Someone effed with you and regretted it later. They messed with you and you showed them flames. Like, basically what I'm getting is they regret messing with you because maybe you said something to them that really hurt them. Maybe you wanted to fight them. I don't know what this is, but like, they just regret messing with you because you maybe got back at them in a way that made them almost feel like they were powerless in that moment. They're now scared of you. Of course, I don't recommend people getting into fights, but this is just the energy I read. Yeah. There's something about you being so comforting to others as well. People loving physical affection with you, especially like friends, just like, even friends just like wanting to cuddle with you and have physical affection with you because it feels comforting. People could possibly talk about the things they see you doing on social media I guess you're not necessarily in the room in that moment, but they're looking at your social media and talking about it. And they almost feel left out as they're doing that, wishing they could be a part of that experience. Looking from the outside, not knowing all the details of what happened in that moment, but talking about it from an outside point of view and feeling left out. There's someone that's bitter that you've moved on from them and that you're living your life without them. They thought that you would be sad, crying, that you wouldn't be able to move on. And it struck a chord in their, it struck a nerve for them, and it sort of hit their ego in some way, hurt their ego, that you don't need them, that you're able to move on from them. So we have Five of Swords. Yeah, this is what I spoke about. There are some people that maybe almost speak behind your back in a way where they would never say that in front of your face. Five of Swords energy is like sneakily going behind somebody's back, saying something you would never say to their face, and saying something nasty. Let me clarify what this is. We have the Ace of Swords reverse, the King of Swords, and the Five of Wands. I'm hearing reckless, so they're talking about something you did and saying it was reckless behavior. They are spreading lies and rumors about you with the Ace of Swords reverse. Things they know are not true, but they continue to spread anyways out of their dislike for you. They may talk about the problems or issues they have with you out of a place of anger with the Five of Wands. I guess this would be people you've had conflicts with, or people that just don't like you, where they almost speak about you from this place of anger. I see them competing with you because in my mind's eye, I'm seeing that scene from The Grinch when that lady next door sort of like outshines her. And she wants to like make her house like and the decorations for Christmas like better than the next door neighbor, but the next door neighbor outshines her and she's kind of left feeling baffled. So there's something about them feeling outshined in some way. I don't think they directly say that, but that's the underlying energy when they're speaking about you. They're saying that you're not that talented, even though you are, because they're threatened by certain talents or skills of yours. They're saying like they could do it better than you, which they know they can't, but it's coming from a place of insecurity and wanting to seem better than you. And it's almost like they're hooked on talking about you, where they're addicted to speaking about you. They love speaking about you. They love to hate on you. They just love to gossip about you, whoever this is. But 5 is showing up twice. So these could be people that are not happy with your change. Or these could be like literally 5 people. Or something to do with the number 5 significant. Maybe they were born in the 5th month or something like that. So what else are people saying when they leave the room? About pile 1. We have the Sun. We have the Four of Wands reverse, the Chariot reverse, and the Six of Cups. So you do have a lot of people from your past talking about you. Obviously, you're not literally leaving the room, but after you left their life, they're speaking about you. The people that like you are saying that you seem like this very happy, positive, cheerful type of person, yet you don't seem to go out much. I don't know if you're more of a homebody or if you're more focused on your goals at the moment where you're not going out that much, but that's what they're speaking about. They could have possibly spoken about travel trips you went on. Again, like looking at your photos on social media and talking about it in a positive way. Saying that they love your smile, that they cherish you, that you're loyal. talking about like funny or happy moments they had with you that they enjoyed. Conversations they had, like relaying the conversation, but not in a gossipy way, more in a way of like, oh, this is what they said to me, and I love this about them, and this was their response to this, and you know, that kind of energy. They talk about your past and how strong you are because you endured certain things in the past, and even if it was like hard to overcome, you didn't think you could overcome those things in the past, you eventually did. You've kind of taken your focus off fun, like partying, doing those kind of things to focus on your goals. And they kind of just, again, like speak about how you've grown. They jokingly say that you're indecisive, but they love that about you. And when you don't show up to an event or something they're doing, like let's say it's a get together, hangout, they're saying that they wish you were there because you're so much fun. It's like boring without you. And they're just happy every time they get to see you. They just feel happy in your presence. So let's get some zodiac signs for who's talking about you when you leave the room. And then some initials. So we have Aquarius. Also getting Leo with the Sun. Cancer with the Chariot. We have Scorpio. We have the 5th house, which is Leo energy, and this says fun, childlike joy, self-expression, romance, lighthearted connections, and drama, creativity. So that could be like the theme when people speak about you. Like I said, we have 12th house with endings, hidden themes, healing, karma, subconscious, solitude, closure, and hidden enemies. So people definitely speak about endings in your life, trying to figure out the hidden things in your life at the moment, talking about maybe you going through healing, solitude, and I guess you have some hidden enemies speaking about you. This is associated with Leo, I don't know if I said that, and Pisces with a 12th house. Then we have the 7th house associated with Libra, with relationships, marriage, contracts, partnership, and equality. So they could talk about your romantic connections. Then we have the 6th house with routines, day-to-day themes, organization, service to others, pets, and analytical nature. This is linked to Virgo energy. Perhaps they speak about your routine, how organized you are, how you're always just so giving to others, and they like your analytical nature. Maybe they even speak about your pets. Then we have the 8th house linked to Scorpio. So double Scorpio is showing up. You could have a lot of Scorpio speaking about you, or a particular Scorpio speaking about you a lot. So it says merging sex, intimacy, shared finances, assets, inheritance, taboo, occult, mysterious secrets. People could be spreading your secrets, so be careful of who you tell your secrets to. Untrustworthy people, maybe they talk about your sex life, your finances. If you're into the occult or spirituality, people could talk about that. And I guess how attracted they are to you, like people wanting to be sexual with you. 10th house with Capricorn energy. It says career, recognition, reputation, status, long-term goals, masculinity, father men. So they could talk about men that have been in your life, your career, your reputation, and your goals. Then we have Libra again, so double Libra. Either a lot of Libras could be speaking about you, or a Libra speaks about you a lot. Then we have the 1st house linked to Aries. So an Aries could also speak about you, and it says self-appearance, body, identity, first impression. So people could speak about like the first impression they had with you, what they thought of you in that first impression, and how you look, your body, and your appearance. Okay, let's get some initials for who's talking about you when you leave the room. I keep feeling people speak about how you smell. Like your scent smells really good. We have N. We have S. I'm hearing nosiness when I see NS. So people are nosy, trying to figure out what's going on in your life, trying to be in your business. EN. I know there's no D here, but it's making me think of endings as well, like connections that have ended in your life, like I said before. V. We have M. Men. So they could speak about men you've been with if you are attracted to men, or men in your life if you're a male and have male friends or something. X. We have Z. We have H. We have I. J. Hopefully you can see that J there. Let me just move it here. We have E. We have double A. We have D. Someone could speak about a fight they had with you where you were crying and like shouting at them. G, because I see that in my mind's eye, but this is like an ex of yours or someone you were in a romantic connection with. GI. So that is what I have for you. I do hope this reading resonated. Let me know how this resonated down in the comments below. And if you like my readings and you want to check out my memberships, you can. So please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Hi Pal 2, if you chose the shell and the card Sacred Breath and Sound with Life Force and Communication, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what do people say about you when you leave the room. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to start out with oracle cards, then we'll move on to tarot after. So firstly, I'm getting that people say you're very funny. Someone spoke about a time you were feeling tipsy and you were kind of like just giggling the whole time, or like you were kind of like very playful in that moment. But I do feel like you're just like this playful, lighthearted type of person that can also be deep, but I feel like a lot of the times the conversations are funny in some way. So Spirit Guides of Pile 2. Tap me into what people are saying about them when they leave the room. We have Sacred Action with Decisive Focus. We have Harvest with Gathering of Blessing showing up reverse. And we have Setting Boundaries with Threshold Protection and Honor. Okay, so you do have some people talking about you with this mean girl energy. For some reason, mean girls are showing up in my readings lately. I don't know why. But anyways, I'm seeing like Katie get up from the table. This didn't actually happen in the movie, I don't think, but I'm seeing it like a non-existing scene that doesn't exist. Okay, anyways, I'm seeing her get up from the table and like Regina and the other girls like talk behind her back in a way that's very like nasty. And then when she comes back, they're like quiet and it's like they're being fake. So I do think you have some fake people around you that talk behind your back very negatively, but then are like fake nice to you in your face. So if you think of anybody in your life like that, where you get up, you leave the room, maybe go to the bathroom and you come back and it's like awkward and you almost have a feeling that they were speaking about you, then really reconsider having them around as friends. Because I don't like that fakeness that's coming through. Let me see what I can tap into what they're saying. They're talking about you possibly being childish. Or your own children if you have children. I see them like wanting to send you a letter anonymously. It always feels like they want to sabotage things in your life behind the scenes and almost like comfort you and be there for you when it goes down, but they were the ones planning the sabotage in the first place. They could have done tarot readings on you for some here, or like tried to get a tarot reading on you. They're talking about cutting you out and leaving you out, or like making plans without you. Someone is interested in like your man or your woman and almost like wants to go behind your back and like flirt with them, which is really strange. Like, I don't get why you would want your friend's man or woman. Kind of comes through as pick-me behavior, but anyways. They're talking about a hairstyle that you did that they didn't like. So it's just like mean girl conversations, basically. If it's not women, then I guess I don't know if men act like that because I'm not a man, but like I have heard some men gossip, so it could be possible. I feel like they kind of like make fun of you behind your back. That's basically what I'm seeing. I see them like trying to imagine you having sex with somebody and then laughing about it, which is strange, but that's what I see. Um, yeah, just making fun of you, which is not a nice energy. So yeah, please stay away from like fake people if you suspect anybody in your mind. We will pull zodiacs and initials later. Maybe that will give you more confirmation into who it is if you're not sure. But moving on from that energy, now I see another energy of someone that isn't happy about you setting a boundary with them. I just want to get the negative energy I see out of the way, then I'll speak about the positive things I see here. So, someone is just very unhappy that you set a boundary with them. When I pulled this card, I felt a negative energy from it. So, this person is bitter about it. They almost feel entitled to your energy. They're saying that you have to respect them. And it's not like they're trying to earn your respect, but they're almost trying to force you to respect them. And they're thinking that you setting a boundary is like you not respecting them, you disrespecting them. They're very, very entitled, whoever this person is. So I'm going to try see what this is about and tap in clairvoyantly. They're gossiping about you in like a nasty way, whoever this is. Saying things behind your back in like an angry way where they would never confront you and say those things to your face. They're also very sweet in your face. So this person's also very fake. And this person is the type of person that hides behind their religion. No hate to religious people. I respect all religions. But you know those kind of people where they will hide behind their religion and be like, oh, I'm such a good Christian. I go to church every day or every Sunday, but then they go and do things like this that are very ungodly in a way. I see that kind of energy as someone that's almost like a hypocrite. This person could be talking about wanting to physically fight you. They could be religious, like I said. And they could be talking about a situation where they wanted something from you where they were entitled. I don't think they said they were entitled, but I feel they're entitled. And maybe many other people asked you for this. And since you said no to the other people, you said no to this person as well. But it's almost like they expect you to make an exception for them. They're talking about like wanting to physically fight with you or hurt you in some way. I don't think you have to be scared because I feel like this person would, they're all bark but no actual like bite, if that makes sense. That's what I feel from their energy. They're also competing with you and trying to almost like be better than you. Like do things better than you. Almost outshine you in a way. Let's say you show up at a place wearing this, they want to look better than you. Or let's say you're good at something, it's like they want to be better than you. Something about like wanting to compete with you is coming through, or beat you at, you know, your own game or something like that. And they're passively aggressively saying, I'll pray for them. You know, that kind of energy, which rubs me the wrong way because okay, if you're going to pray for someone, it must be from genuinity, from your genuine heart and soul, like wanting the best for them. But doing it in a petty, passive aggressive way it rubs me the wrong way. But anyways, moving on from that energy, I feel like people are constantly guessing what your next move is going to be because you are kind of unpredictable in a way. And they're always wondering like what you're going to do next, what you're taking action towards next, and what you have taken action on previously. People talk about you being very decisive and focused, as well as courageous and brave. You're brave to say the things that other people are too afraid to say. You're very truthful, perhaps blunt. Some people don't like the bluntness. Some people don't like the fact that you're funny, where they almost... Some people have like a stick up their ass, sorry for my language, and then they're like so uptight that they don't want to like laugh at your jokes. And then some people maybe get like offended by certain jokes you make. And then I see some people like intentionally not wanting to laugh at your jokes so that you feel unfunny or that you feel self-conscious, but your joke was actually funny. It's that kind of energy of I don't like them and I almost laughed at their joke, but I didn't want to give them the satisfaction. But then there are other people that appreciate your funniness. So I see like different variations of that energy. I feel like you guys have a lot of haters. Like people that are fake in your face but hate on you behind your back. People talk about your skin being clear and you having a glow up. People also often speak about how they like your style and the way you're dressing. Okay, someone is speaking about wanting you in a sexual way. Like what they would do to you if they got the chance, like in the bedroom, if that makes sense. Or someone is like bragging about the fact that they did sleep with you. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I don't like that energy, but this is just what I see genuinely. Because I don't feel like it's respectful to speak about a person like that when you were with them, you know, but I just see that. People talk about liking your music taste and you having like nice parties, if you've had house parties or if you've like hosted get-togethers at your home or something, like people talk about you being a good host. People talk about the way your body looks. Most people have a positive reaction to it, but there are some people that are jealous that kind of bash your look, and it's to make themselves feel better. A lot of people talk about you being attractive, magnetic. They speak about your achievements and also how sexually appealing you are. Like I said before, I keep seeing that energy. People speak about gifts you've given them. And there was one energy I saw now. Please remind me, Spirit, because now I forgot. I'm seeing the messages so fast that it's like, okay. For some reason, I can't remember the one message, but if I get it, if I remember it, I'll tell you. Let's pull your tarot cards. So, what do people say about pile 2 when they leave the room? People say that you're very cool, and I see somebody almost like copying you, copying the way you speak, certain sentences you've used. Let's say you told a joke and then they copy that exact joke. Like, let's say you told it to them personally, now they're copying it, making it seem like they thought of it. I see a lot of that, like, people using your phrases, like, how you speak in a way, and copying that. 8 of Wands reverse, King of Pentacles, 10 of Cups reverse, and 7 of Swords. So, yeah, you do have a lot of secret haters with the 7 of Swords talking about you, pretending to like you, but saying fake things behind your back. And hiding it from you with the 7 of Swords. Because this is a sneaky energy. You also have a teacher speaking about you. If you, like, from when you were in school, if you are still in school, I think most of my viewers are 18 plus, so this would be when you were in school for most of you. They're talking about where you are right now in your career. Something about like people speaking about your achievements a lot is coming through. People talk about how you didn't come to this place of achievement fast. It took time for you to get to this place of where you are right now. And you may not be like where you want to be completely, like you may not see yourself as like I'm at the finish line yet, but you've made a lot of progress is what people are saying, and people can see that you've stayed loyal and dedicated to your craft or what you're doing. Oh, the message I saw before was like something about creativity, people speaking about your art, if you are an artist of some kind, or just like what you're good at. Like let's say you're good at singing, people could speak about that. Let's say you work in finances and maybe you're just very good at your job, people could speak about that. People speak about what you're good at, the skills you have, and the kind of like knowledge you've obtained over time, working on that skill, dedicating yourself to your career or your hobbies, or something like that. Some people compare themselves to you, feeling not good enough because they see all you've done, and they always feel like you outdid them. They feel insecure next to you because of that. There's almost this feeling of, oh, I will never accomplish what pile 2 has accomplished. And then I see the other person next to them saying, no, don't say that. Don't say that to yourself. I don't see them speaking badly, but I just see them comparing themselves to you. 9 of Wands, the 8 of Cups reverse, and Temperance. People talk about you being a patient person. The fact that you don't rush through tasks or rush through life, you like to stop and smell the roses. Kind of like enjoy life. You're not jumping the gun. You're not rushing into relationships either. You take your time with things. And you even take your time getting to know people. You take your time maybe solving problems as well. And people are talking about how you don't back down from a challenge or quit just because a challenge shows up in your life. Even if you feel like quitting, you don't quit. I hear itinerary, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe people are speaking about that. There's a challenging relationship you have that you're not leaving, that people are speaking about, and they wonder what you see in this person because they would have left by now. But then they say, okay, maybe I don't see the full story. Maybe I don't see like the good and bad in that connection. Maybe I just see the bad. And maybe they're trying to like work things out with this person. So I'll give it time and see if things do fall apart in the future or if they do heal the connection in the future. But they're basically saying that they think it will eventually come to an end. The 3 of Pentacles reverse and the 6 of Cups. You have a lot of people from your past speaking about you, or people speaking about your past. You possibly also have co-workers speaking about you when you leave the room, or people you go to like university with, depending on if you're working or in university or college. Because 3 of Pentacles is a co-worker card for me. There's something about like certain co-workers trying to exclude you purposefully. And almost like, let's say you are the person that always takes notes in meetings. Now somebody else almost like wants to take over what you're doing. It's kind of like that type of energy, even if I'm not saying it exactly like to your situation to the T. There's just something about like, okay, I'm going to start doing this even though this is pile 2's job. It's weird. I feel like you have certain coworkers that have been there for a long time and are kind of just like tired of working there. Where they complain a lot about the company. I don't know what that has to do with you, but I'm just seeing that. Okay, now I know how it's relevant to you because I'm seeing SpongeBob and Squidward. So they kind of have like a Squidward attitude towards their work at the moment. And maybe you have a positive attitude towards your work at the moment with me seeing SpongeBob. Maybe they're annoyed with that. And I'm hearing just give it time. They'll eventually be negative just like us. Like that kind of energy showing through, even if they don't say it in that exact words. There's that underlying energy there of like, why are you happy to work here when the rest of us are miserable? I don't like this energy because I believe people can wear whatever they want. And I just hate people that, well, I don't hate people that do this, but I hate this behavior when people comment on like what another person's wearing and how revealing their clothes are. But I see this like older lady, almost like a Karen energy in my mind's eye, speaking about how they don't like that you're wearing like revealing clothes. This could be like an auntie, a mom-in-law, something along those lines, or just a random lady, I don't know. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. I guess people just speak about your fashion style a lot because I'm now seeing Jade in my mind's eye. With the Bratz movie, like with the actual people, not cartoon. And the moment where she's kind of like dressed to kind of like impress and she's very fashionable and she's dressing up in that way. I'm seeing that scene. So I guess a lot of people say that your fashion style is very cool. And that you seem confident in yourself, you seem secure within yourself, and you also seem secure within your abilities. You know that you're capable, and other people see it too. People say that you're gonna change a lot of people's lives for the better, like within your career. There's something about them knowing that if you ever reach a place of abundance, you're gonna change people's lives or help a lot of people with your fortune or wealth. And it's kind of like they're speaking about it as if it's a prophecy. Even though it's not like a literal prophecy, they're speaking it into existence. I see a lot of people just saying they can see you being rich or abundant in this lifetime. Because the fortune, wealth, plenty card was at the back of the deck. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So there's a double message of that where people are... If you are already rich, maybe people could speak about that. Or people could just see you getting there one day. Or maybe people are talking about how your finances are changing and growing in some way. People speak about you having independence and being self-sufficient. And how you don't need anybody. Like, you don't need a man, you don't need a woman. I'm getting that energy of like, Mom, I don't need a rich man, I am a rich man kind of energy. Okay. Let's now pull some zodiac signs and initials for who's talking about you. If you have a husband or wife that works an office job, or it doesn't have to be an office job, I'm seeing like, is it called blue collar or white collar job? Like, anyways, I see that they're like bragging about the food that you pack them for lunch. If you pack them lunch, or the food that you made them last night or something like that. I see someone like bragging about the food you made them and like how delicious the food is. I don't think that will resonate with everyone unless you literally cook for somebody, but it doesn't have to be romantic. I just see them bragging about the food you made them. Okay, let's see what zodiacs we have here. Two of them wanted to fall on my lap as if they don't want to be known, and these two are it. So these are people that are secretive and don't want you to know they're speaking about you. So Pluto is Scorpio energy with transformation power, deep psychological processes. And we have 8th house, which is also Scorpio energy. So you have a Scorpio that's secretly speaking about you and is secretive with it, where they don't want you to figure it out. They don't want you to find out. And it even says mystery secrets here. So that's confirmation. And it's almost like they're perhaps talking about your power, your finances, your sex life, things you did that were maybe taboo. Let me see what I can get about this energy specifically, because I feel like it's important. Just briefly. Okay, I feel like this person's a secret admirer. It's not coming through as hateful, but it's almost like they love to talk about you. It's like they're secretly praising you behind your back, but they don't want you to find out it was them. They don't want you to know that they're secretly admiring you behind your back, because it's like, it's kind of like they're shy in a way. They want to stay in the background. Like they think that you're kind of like not someone that would want to hang out with them or be around them anyways, or that you're out of their league. So 10th house with career, recognition, reputation, status, long-term goals, masculinity, father, men. So people definitely speak about your career, or people at your career speak about you. And this is linked to Capricorn energy, Libra, Gemini. So we could have placements with Libra in the 10th house, Gemini in the 8th house, Scorpio in the 8th house or 10th house. That could be your or their placement. 5th house with fun, childlike joy, self-expression, romance, lighthearted connections, drama, and creativity. So people could speak about how much fun they have with you, how you just seem to express yourself in a bold way with the Queen of Wands, and your creativity. Like I said before, that's confirmation. Someone almost feels like you're dangerous, like they're romantically interested in you, but they feel like you're dangerous, because I'm seeing femme fatale energy, and people could possibly speak about drama they've had with you. And then Venus, love, harmony, beauty, relationships, and the 7th house. So people maybe do speak about your relationships. This is Libra energy and Taurus energy with Venus. So we have double Libra here. A Libra could be speaking about you a lot. And we have placements with Libra in the 7th house, Venus in the 7th house, Venus or Libra in the 5th house as well. Scorpio, Gemini in the 5th house as well, or in the 7th house. Okay, so let's get initials. Someone is saying you deserve to be recognized in your career. Like, you've been working hard towards whatever you've been doing, and if you were to achieve something big, it would be well deserved, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that Pal 2 doesn't play about this. I don't know what that's about, but that's what I'm hearing. People can also tell you're real. You're not fake like those people speaking about you. G. I feel like people don't want you to know they're speaking about you. GN, good night. So maybe someone that always messages you good night or messages you at night. We have D. We have M. So this could possibly be someone that has DM'd you, like messages you a lot. MD also reminds me of matric dance. Here we call it that. In America, they call it prom, I think. So maybe this could be someone you went to prom with. V. Or again, like people you went to school with. VR. A. Y. We have A here. Someone could say that all the time, like A. K. and Q. So let me know how this resonated down in the comments below. Did anything stick out to you specifically? Let me know. If you like this reading and you want to see more of my readings, then you can check out my membership if you want to, of course. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Hi Pal 3, if you chose the Rose Quartz Crystal and the Hostilities card in reverse with conflict and unrest, then this is your reading. So we're going to be taking a look at what do people say about you when you leave the room. Please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. And we're going to be pulling oracle cards before we get tarot. So spirit guides of Pile 3, please tap me into their energy and the people that are speaking about them. Please show me, what do they say about Pile 3 when they leave the room? We have Death and Rebirth reverse with Darkness to Light. We have River of Blessings with Releasing Constraints. And we have Brilliant Beliefs with Luminous Life Force and Personal Power. Okay, so there's somebody that's talking about you that is romantically interested in you. This could either be someone that's crushing on you or a literal romantic partner of yours or situationship. So I see them speaking positively about you behind your back, talking about how they feel about you, how they see a future with you in some way. And there's just something about them only wanting you and not anybody else. Like, the friend they're talking to could possibly be telling them, oh, there's plenty of fish in the sea. And this person's like, no, I just want them. So something about that is coming through. And the reason I say that is because I'm seeing the scene from The Hot Chick. It basically shows a body switch, and this girl, basically teenage girl, basically swaps bodies with a man. And anyway, she has her boyfriend there, and she gets a job at the school so she can still be at the school since she's now in the body of a man. Anyway, she overhears her actual boyfriend speaking about her, but since she's in this body, he doesn't see her. And that's the scene I'm seeing where he says those things about her. Like how he feels about her, how he just wants her and nobody else. So that is definitely coming through. Now I'm also getting an energy here where there's somebody that just isn't doing the work on themselves. They're coming from this unhealed perspective and they're not very self-aware. This person is speaking about you behind your back. They're basically saying, like, who asked you for your opinion? Because I see them like asking, what should I wear? Or asking a question to like a group of friends of theirs, and then maybe you answer the question and then they're like looking at you up and down weirdly. So it's like that kind of weird behavior coming from them already. And then when you leave, it's like they're like, who asked for their opinion? It's kind of like that energy. Even though they did ask, maybe they didn't ask you directly, but that's the energy I see in my mind's eye. Like, I literally see it in a vision. There may also be some passive aggressiveness coming through here from other people that are also just coming from this unhealed place, not willing to self-reflect or do the work on themselves. When they speak about you, there's some restraint here. They're not truly saying what they want to say. There's like a passive-aggressive undertone to their words, where they're not fully saying what they want to say. Even though they want to say more, they're not saying it. I see somebody, for example, saying, I don't care, but they do care deep down. I see someone that you maybe had like a conflict with that's under this group, talking about how they don't want to fix things with you and being passive aggressive while they say that. I see someone you basically had more of a sexual relationship with, casual relationship with, talking about you from this place too. And it almost seems that they're bitter because you didn't like something they were doing or something about them specifically. And they were like, I did so much for them. And just the one thing I did wrong, they're now mad at it and now they don't want to be with me anymore. So there's that kind of vibe showing through here of like, I did everything right, but the one thing I did wrong, they don't like. And now I'm like the bad person because I did one thing wrong. So they're talking about you in that way. And then I also see like some people being jealous of you, speaking about you from a passive aggressive place. Now, with that energy to the side, I do see that most people like you. Most people wouldn't even say anything negative behind your back. Um, and even if they didn't like you, it's not like they could find anything negative to say about you, because I feel like you're this person that's growing and protecting yourself and protecting your peace. That it almost just feels like you have your life together, and that's what people are saying. And even if they try to find something negative to say about you, there's not really much to say. I see somebody almost like saying, oh, Little Miss Perfect, but like in a passive aggressive way. So some people almost think you're too perfect in a way. But I do feel like you're protective over yourself in a way where people are also intimidated by you and too scared to say something negative behind your back. But overall, I see that most people do like you and wouldn't want to say something negative behind your back. Those other negative things I see were like mostly other people. But now focusing on this positive energy, because I wanted to get the negative energy out of the way. I see people talking about your blessings. I see people talking about how you just seem comfortable with all parts of yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses. You own it. You're not somebody that pretends to be someone you're not. And with your weaknesses, you don't just own it and admit to it up front. You try to better it in some way. You're not just like, oh, this is who I am. I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life. No, you're working on both your strengths and weaknesses. So that's what I see. People talk about how generous you are, what you've given them, and how much they appreciate it. Even like favors you've done for them, where they're like, oh, pile 3 didn't have to do this for me, but they did it anyways. People talk about how you're glowing at the moment, how powerful you are at the moment, and the fact that they believe in you. They see your strength, they see basically like your capabilities. And I'm seeing a shooting star. So someone believes that a wish is coming true for you. Like your wishes will come true. There's almost like this energy coming from someone where they're saying, I want you all to myself, where they're almost like possessive over you in a way. And now as I say that, I'm seeing the story of Hades and Persephone. If you don't know, basically for context, I don't want to say this is literal. I hope it's not, because I don't want to make anyone like stress or worry, and I don't want to fearmonger with my messages, so hopefully it's not literal. But basically the story of Hades and Persephone was that Hades basically kidnapped Persephone because he was in love with her or something like that. I don't know the full story, but yeah. I almost just see that this person just wants you to themselves. And this seems romantic in nature. And I think that they're very jealous where they don't want other men or women talking to you or even looking at you. I'm not sure if you find this endearing or a red flag. Spirit is just saying, because I'm not sure, like some of you could have different reactions to this, but Spirit is just saying with this person, don't see their red flags as green flags. Because although sometimes like jealousy may be cute at times, sometimes possessiveness isn't always a great thing. It can be a red flag. I guess it just depends on the extent of it as well. Okay, someone is saying that you are vain in a good way, where you put a lot of care into your appearance. You're always like touching up your appearance in some way. People can tell that you put a lot of effort into your appearance. Someone is saying that you're hyper independent and you won't let anybody help you. But they're not saying it like from a negative place. It's more just telling the facts of how they see you. There isn't like really any emotion tied to it except them wanting you to stop being stubborn and let them help you. Okay, let's pull your tarot cards now. I see somebody talking about how grateful they are to have a person like you in their life, a friend like you. People may also talk about what they've planned for the future with you. Like, let's say they've made plans for 2 weeks from now. Maybe they're talking about those plans with you, or plans they've made with a group. Like if you're in a friendship group. Also talking about where they think you will be in the future. So we have the 10 of Pentacles showing up reverse. Then we have the Knight of Swords. We have the 2 of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Cups reverse. So usually you're very generous with people. But there is one specific person that doesn't get why you're not generous with them. And this person isn't even a friend of yours, which I don't understand the entitlement here. Because it's almost like they know that they're not your friend. They know that they're not close with you. They know that you're not emotionally attached to them. But they're calling you selfish. They're saying that everybody else is a liar, that you're not generous, that you're selfish because you're not giving to them. And why is it that you can give to these other people but not to them? But they know that they're not close to you, so I just don't get it. Like, what do they expect? They have unrealistic expectations. So that's what I see. Or maybe you gave to them in the past and you stopped giving to them. So take it how it resonates. That's what I see. For some reason, this Queen of Cups card is reminding me of the Little Mermaid. When I look at it, I'm seeing an image of her come out of the water and then finally gain legs. So that could just represent transformation in some way. Maybe people talk about how you've changed over time. And perhaps it's like you have been a part of 2 different worlds. Maybe this could be referencing someone that is mixed race, someone that's bilingual, someone that comes from 2 different cultures, or it could just represent you being able to mingle with people that are maybe not exactly the same as you. And like being able to understand people that are different from you and still get along with them in some way. You could also be someone that is often put in situations where you are forced to mediate 2 people that are fighting and forced to help them sort of see each other's perspective. But I get that it's an annoyance to a lot of you where you're tired of being put in the middle of other people's fights. Someone is like venting about you, saying they feel like you don't care anymore about them. Like you used to care about them, but you don't anymore. You've detached from them. And that could be because they did something, but they're not very self-aware in the sense where they suspect that maybe they did something, but they're not sure what it is. Or at least they're saying that. Maybe they know, but they're saying that they don't know what it is. You have rejected somebody's advances, said, no, you're not interested. You haven't even led them on, but it seems as though this person keeps trying to be persistent and keeps trying to chase after you. And they're saying to their friends, like, oh, I did this for them. I did this for them, but they still don't want me. I did this for them. I did this for them, but they still don't want me. Like, I'm jumping over hoops for them. Like, and the friends around them are saying then maybe just take the hint. Maybe that just means they're not interested. But then this person keeps trying and being like, no, I'm going to try harder. I'm going to try harder. You'll see, they're going to like me back. You'll see, they're going to like me back. That kind of energy showing through for me clairvoyantly. For some reason, I'm seeing like visions of what people are saying for you, which is interesting. I don't know if some of you have strong clairvoyance, because when I'm reading for certain people, like let's say they have a strong clairvoyance, I will maybe get more clairvoyant messages. Or let's say they're like a visual learner or they like movies, things like that. Maybe I'll get like a lot of movie scenes. If someone's more clairaudient, I'll hear more things. If someone's more clairsentient, I'll feel the energies more. Okay, anyways, Two of Cups reverse, Judgment, and the Sun. So someone is giving you a backhanded compliment, I hear, but Spirit doesn't want me to go into that energy. I'm not sure what the backhanded compliment is, but I just heard backhanded compliment. But I'm feeling that Spirit doesn't want me to read into it. Perhaps Spirit doesn't want you to know for some reason. Okay. Someone that you used to be close with. I don't know if it's the same person that's saying it seems like you don't care now, but it's a similar energy where they're saying we used to be so close, but what happened to us? Like, we drifted apart in some way. That's the feeling it's giving me, and they're kind of like sad about it, but trying to remember the positive memories between the two of you. They're happy for you right now because you seem happy with where you are in life right now, but it feels like the more time passes by, it feels like the more you two are drifting apart, and they're sad about that. They do miss your connection, or they miss what you once had, and they maybe know it's like too late to go back to that. It feels like this person has been distant from you for a while now, and it's like if they had to try to be closer to you now, it just wouldn't be the same. That's how the energy feels to me, at least. There is someone with a smoker's cough speaking about you, an older man I'm seeing, or an older person. I'm seeing like an older person with a smoker's cough, which is why I'm saying that. I'm literally seeing that in my mind's eye. When I'm asking what they're saying about you, I'm seeing them talk about when you were little, like a little baby or little child. So I guess this could possibly be a family member or someone you knew when you were like a baby or a kid. Someone that kind of like watched you grow up. I don't think this message is for everybody. Only take it if it resonates. But you know, like when an older person's like, oh, it feels like just yesterday you were like 5 years old. You know, that kind of energy showing through here. Seven of Swords. The Knight of Cups reverse. The Queen of Wands and the Three of Swords reverse. Someone wants something from you but is trying to be patient, where perhaps you're taking a long time to respond to them. Like perhaps they asked you for a favor or asked you for something, like asked you to send them something. I don't know what it is exactly, but they asked you for something and you've taken a long time to respond, and they don't know if you're actually going to respond or not. It feels like they would be disappointed if you didn't respond at all or didn't do that thing for them that they wanted. But they're also not going to force you to do it if you don't want to. Like, they're saying if you don't want to do it, just tell me. Like, I'll be fine with it. I'll ask somebody else. But, like, don't leave me hanging. That's basically what they're saying. You have an ex or someone you were romantic with, or someone that wanted you romantically, that is speaking about you from this very bitter, passive-aggressive tone. They're basically saying that they knew you were the same as everybody else. Like basically saying, oh, they're the same. Like all women are the same or all men are the same. There's that kind of energy to the way they're speaking. But they never expected you to hurt them or to be the same as everybody else. Maybe they knew deep down that you were, but they didn't expect that from you, which I guess is what's coming through. They say that you walk past them now or something like that and act like they don't exist, which really hurts. I don't know why, but for your pile, I'm like picking up on specific people. It didn't come through like that in the other piles. So I guess this is not like the same group of people. These are like different people that don't know each other. People speak about you having nice eyes. If you post on TikTok, people speak about that. People speak about your videos. If people have seen your pets, they speak about your pets as well. People speak about you being this like free-spirited person that's also responsible and stable. But they also say that you're kind of emotionally detached, but they know your heart's in the right place, that you're confident in yourself, and that you're not letting your past hurt or pain get in the way of like good relationships coming your way. Like you're not letting your trust issues get in the way of you finding somebody new if you're single, or like trusting the person you're with right now if you're in a romantic connection. And that message from the beginning, I feel called to say if you don't have somebody in your life right now, then perhaps that could be a future energy where your future wife or husband, or future partner speaks about you like that. So let's pull some zodiac signs now because I don't want this reading to be too long. Somebody is saying that you have a lot of good luck, or it seems that way. Like it seems like you're just very lucky and things fall into place for you even when they seem like they're not going to. A parent misses you or a parental figure. So we have Virgo energy. So there's someone that doesn't like, I don't know if this is a Virgo, but I'm getting this intuitively. There's someone that doesn't like the fact that you're asking for more. Like they were giving you the bare minimum treatment. And because you know you're deserving and worthy of more, they didn't like that. It's almost like they're making fun of you, being like, oh, you think you're a queen, you think you deserve queen treatment, like that kind of energy, or king treatment. Like, it doesn't have to be those words exactly, but that's what I heard in my mind. So it could be something along the lines. Capricorn, Pisces. Someone is wondering if you will fight for the relationship you have with them. Like it seems like you're going through some kind of rough patch in your relationship right now, and you've been with them for like a long time, like been friends with them for a long time or whatever, and they're gonna see now, they're kind of like testing you to see if you will fight for the relationship and if you truly care. And if all those years truly meant something to you. Like this is someone you've known for like more than 5-10 years. Fourth house with home, roots, family, foundations, mother, wife, children, womb. So your family, mother, wife could talk about you if you have a wife. Or they could talk about your family, your mother, your wife. Like your home even, like the way your home looks. We have Jupiter. Oh, this is related to Cancer energy as well. And Jupiter is Pisces and Sagittarius. It says expansion, luck, wisdom, prosperity. So people could talk about how you've grown over time, your good luck, like we said before, how wise you are, and your money situation, I guess. We have Mercury, which is Virgo, and Gemini energy, so double Virgo here. Either there's a lot of Virgos speaking about you, or a Virgo speaks about you a lot. So we have communication, thought process, and intellect. So people are saying that you're very smart, and maybe they talk about the way you speak. With the earth signs and Jupiter next to Mercury, there's this feeling of you speaking in a very positive, expansive type of way. Like you expand people's minds, you make them think. Perhaps you have like this wisdom and intellect in the way you're speaking, but you also have a grounded way of speaking as well. And you say what's important. Maybe you're not someone that's like, you can be a chatterbox, but you say what's important. You're not like constantly speaking and saying nothing. Like whatever you're saying is important, is what I'm seeing. We have Neptune, dreams, illusions, fantasy, idealism, spirituality, and imagination. So this is Pisces energy. We have double Pisces. Triple Pisces, actually. So a Pisces could be speaking about you a lot, or many Pisces. So they could be speaking about your dreams, your goals, where you would like to be in the future, how you just have like this great imagination, maybe some creativity, creative ideas as well. People could also speak about fantasies or dreams they have with you, like where they dream to be in the future with you, what they daydream about with you. We have the sixth house with routines, day-to-day themes, organization, service to others, pets, and analytical nature. Again, Virgo energy. So lots of Virgo. We have 11th house with friendships, groups, social life, humanitarianism, technology, social media, hopes, wishes, and future. So you could have a lot of friends speaking about you, people you see in your day-to-day life. They could say that you're very organized. They like your routine. You seem very put together. Confirmation that they could speak about your pets, about you just giving to others and being very helpful and generous in a way. They could speak about your social media, your hopes, wishes, and like how I said before, where they see you being in the future. Your friends could also speak about you a lot. Then the last one we have here is Leo. Okay, so now let's get your initials. Okay, so we have the initial H. We have M, P. Someone is saying that they don't mind doing favors for you. They don't mind doing little things for you. It's not a problem or a burden to them. E, I. Someone is saying you think that they don't care, but they do. Like how much do they have to do for you to prove to you that they care? C, A, B, cab. I don't know why that's coming through. Okay, V, N. This could be someone you voice note a lot that speaks about you. G, L. I'm also seeing the number 4 could be significant, maybe a birth month of someone. Then we have F. I'm hearing organic. Maybe someone here just eats organic and healthy. K. Or someone here is vegan or something. T. Or vegan like person speaks about you. A. Y. Someone is excited about something. And A. Like excited about plans for the future or something like that. So yeah, that is what I have for you. I do hope this resonated and confirmed some things for you about what's being said behind your back and who's saying it. Let me know how this resonated for you down in the comments below. If you like my readings and you want to see more of them, then you can check out my membership. And yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.